This time we're trying to make you forget who you are and where you came from. Don't let it do that.
Get out my face, you people so phony.
There's no going back.
Made you look.
Well, folks, the Bel-Air promo dropped a few days ago, and obviously it is much too long for me to try to play the entire thing in this video, so I think I'll play like a snippet at the beginning of the video. Obviously, you will have seen it before you heard me talking. I will leave a link to the full trailer in the comment section below, so if you want to go check out the full promo and then come back to this breakdown, hit the pause button, click on the link in the comments, go to the full promo and come back, because I'm going to break this thing down as much as I can. Now, to be completely honest, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to check it out. I don't know if it's going to be great. I just know that it's going to be different. And I mean, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is so ingrained in my mind and, you know, just memory in general that, you know, after watching, as I was watching the promo, I'm like, well, damn, when is something funny going to happen? But then I remember this is a drama, a dramatic retelling of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, not necessarily the comedic side or sitcom format that we saw back in the 90s. When did the Fresh Prince come out? Was it the late 80s or early 90s? I forgot when, but you know, I was born in 91, so obviously by the time I was born and was able to watch the show and know what's going on, it was probably already done with. But regardless, let's talk about it. So obviously the promo really plays out the theme song of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So you got a moment where Jazz is talking to Will. It looks like Jazz is the one that actually drives him from, I guess, the airport to the Bel-Air mansion, like perhaps it's Uber or something. Again, I don't know. I'm just speculating. And he tells Will, this town will try to make you forget who you are and where you came from. Don't let it do that to you. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty good way to start the promo. You have Jeffrey introducing himself to Will as he comes into the yard in the house. And then the first person to greet him is Aunt Viv. And it looks like there's a scene where, you know, Will was a hell of a baller at his old school, you know, when it came to basketball. Now, it turns out that it's been about 10 years since he's seen his family. And of course, you know, they moved out to Bel-Air, so nobody's the little kids they were when they were younger, obviously. He meets Hillary, who helps Will get dressed. Like, let's get you dressed up like a prince. So, you know, he gets the suit and everything, but he's still rocking the sneakers. There's a huge social gathering, and he goes, hey, what's up, Uncle Phil? But he pretty much, you know, embraces him, saying, hey, we'll talk about, you know, why you're here later. And Will's like, okay. Then Ashley, you know, kind of jumps him like, hey, it's like, little Ashley, look at you. And then he talks to Carlton, and, you know, Carlton he looks like a damn villain, if nothing else. It's like a Tyler Perry film where, you know, where the dark-skinned character is like the, you know, the mean one, and the light-skinned character is like, what's up, bruh? And he says, oh, you know, thriving, because we see like a little montage of Carlton and his, you know, I guess you could say his victories from playing chess, being part of scholastic teams, just, well, like he said, thriving. And he says, I hope one day we can talk about the real reason you're here. So then Jeffrey and Will have a scene where they're talking, and, you know, it looks like they break down why he's actually there. It's like, you know, the fact that you got into a fight on a basketball court, you know, a big fight broke out, you got locked up, and then the person that, you know, got involved in the fight, he wants you dead, because we see there's a basketball court. The ball bounces off the rim and literally clocks a dude in the face. A fight breaks out. Then Will grabs a gun from somebody's bags and fires it off in the air, because there's a huge fight. And then the cops break it up. They all get arrested. And Will, he's in a cell. He looks down, and several cells down, the main guy who got hit, you know, he has a black eye and everything. He looks at Will and has his fingers in a gun, like, you know, basically demonstrating like, hey, I'm going to shoot you in the head. Basically saying what he's going to do without saying it at all. So Uncle Phil talks about how he moved mountains for Will to come to Bel-Air, and it's a chance for him to have better opportunities, better education. You need to be patient and adjust to your new surroundings. So Will is having a hard time adjusting because remember, I mean, episode 1 and 2 as well, it really showed Will coming into this new world but then quickly adjusting. But this drama version of it shows that it's not that easy. It's not as easy as a few, studio audience laugh tracks or the live studio audience, and then, a couple of morals. Like, Will is having a hard time. His first day at Bel-Air Academy doesn't go well. And I mean, some of the dialogue is ripped right from the original, like Carlton saying, keep your head down and follow my lead. And Will's like, nah, man, I'm going to rep West Philly wherever I go. And he's trying, dab people, but nobody's really paying him any attention. He has the backwards hat and everything, but nothing's really working. So, it looks like there's a social gathering that he goes to, and there's a fight that breaks out. I think he meets Lisa there too. I think Lisa's going to be introduced pretty early on in this series. Now, there's a conversation between Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv saying, maybe Will isn't cut out for this. Why are we trying to save a boy who doesn't want to be saved? And she's like, because we owe it to him. And then there's a great Uncle Phil moment where I know this isn't James Avery, but this definitely sounds like something Uncle Will would have told Will early on. And that's, a real man takes responsibility for his actions. A real man knows when to let go of his pride and make the most of his second chance. And then we get like a huge montage towards the end of the promo. Like, Aunt Viv is talking to Will's like, look, be the Will who charmed West Philly with his talent and his swag. And then we see the classic moment where he flips his school jacket inside out. He has the backwards hat. Like I said before, it looks like he's meeting Lisa at the social gathering. It looks like also one of the reasons he moves from West Philly is it looks like he's coming out of the school and there's a guy with some shades on in a car looking like he's one of the thugs from the basketball court. So it's probably one of the reasons why he has to leave, because he realized these guys are following him and they're going to kill him. And he hugs his mom, and that's why he goes to the other side of the country. But, it looks like Uncle Phil's doing, one of those clubs from, what do they call, like the Deltas or whatever. Basically, if you're part of one of those college organizations that have like a step. And I'm like, wait, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And then you see a moment where Will and Carlton, I think it's Will and Carlton on the beach driving on the four-wheeler having a good time. So I guess eventually Carlton lightens up. But yeah, this looks pretty good. I will admit, I will give it a shot, and we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I don't know if they're going to drop all of it at one time on Peacock or if they're going to release. I imagine they're going to drop them all at once, but we'll just have to wait and see. But Bel-Air drops the Super Bowl Sunday, February 13th on Peacock. I'm pretty sure it will be available on other online sources because you know how the internet is nowadays. But let me know, do you want to watch the show? Do you want me to review it? I will review like maybe the first couple episodes and see how it goes in terms of viewership. And if it does, then I'll do a review for each one. But yeah, Bel-Air looks pretty cool. I know something that's kind of interesting is how you can tell that they changed some of the actors for the characters in terms of their complexion, because if you look at the original, it's kind of odd that you have dark skin Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil, and they have a bunch of these kids who are like different shades, especially Hillary. But no, they actually changed it up pretty well. But yeah, let's talk about it more in the comment section below. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the full promo down there so you can watch it. And with that being said, make sure you thumbs up the video to show you like it. Hit subscribe as we move closer to 200,000 subscribers here on the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And if you would like to donate, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.